Hello and welcome back to the Fox Strength Performance YouTube channel. I am Taylor Fox and we are at PWRBLD Warrington once again for a squat session. So I started off with this backwards walking with the band. I really wanted to do sled pull, but it was kind of crowded, and with the stones that they just got in the gym, they've been storing them on the turf, so it cuts down on the turf space temporarily while we're getting the platform built. But I thought this was a good alternative, and especially using the hip circle, like, I enjoyed it. It's pretty easy to set up. I'm using bands anyway, and I thought I got a lot of good work done with it. So I basically just did like 5 repetitions, go back as far as I could with that band tension, and then control on the way back. Try not to let it like jerk me all the way back. So, step by step and keeping a good tempo, and then also trying to like kind of drive the knees out, keep a moderate stance so they keep tension on that hip circle the whole time, so I'm not really like losing tension there in the band or like taking like tightness off of the abductors, as well as working on the glutes. So I feel like that got me good and warmed up and ready for these squats. It was interesting, like, this weekend in general, given that I found that the bands don't really match up well with what they have here right now. And then I was like, oh, well, I still have this band in my bag, and then realized I took one out. So I had like one of the lighter green Elite FTS bands, but I had taken another one out of my bag, so I didn't have both. So I was like, well, let's roll with these. I was going to bring the chains, but I was like, I think it's going to rain, as I was leaving my house. And of course, as I left my house, it started to pour. So it was like, it's kind of nice that I didn't bring the chains and like have to deal with wheeling them in while it's raining or carrying them on my shoulder. So I think this worked out well. I liked, this band tension. I ended up going up to 308, which is, incredibly light, but with the band tension and just the speed that I'm trying to move it at, I felt like it was optimal for today. And I got some good sets in. And with the way like I run this contrast or like complex of superset or giant set, whatever you want to call it, like I do want to be able to like move the bar really fast and get from set to set. I'm not trying to take too long a rest period, about 30 seconds in between squat sets, and then I want to be on that stone completing the first rep within 20 seconds of completing that last or second set of squats per cluster. So I really like these one motion stone to shoulders, but I have not really done them with an actual Atlas stone, so it's cool to be able to do that now. It's always been with the stone to steel, which has proved to be very challenging. The smaller mold for these stones actually makes it a little bit easier. Wasn't particularly used to it at the first time I did it. You see I kind of like caught it on my chest a little bit. But as I moved through the sets, like it became very like effortless to just really snap it up to my shoulder, and that's what I want. Like I want that speed from the hips. I want to extend really efficiently and be able to move like that lighter weight very quickly and do it over and over and over again. And like I'm dripping sweat and like I can't keep chalk dry on me, like, but I'm still able to get that grip and get that movement to be high quality. And I gotta say, like, I really just love this kind of training session. Like, I love moving and like just move weight, repeated efforts, technique, like getting everything locked in best I can. Like, not training. Like, I have a comp in a few months, but like I'm not training for anything specifically. I don't have stone to shoulder coming up, but as far as Atlas stones goes, that's my weakness. And I think training in this like dynamic effort, like contrast effort type of way is like really beneficial for me, and I also really enjoy it. So that's why I put it back in, and with the available resources that we have here now, like thanks to PWRBLD and Colin, like, I'm gonna make use of everything that I can. So it's been a good time, and I really got some good work in today. And just trying to finish off strong with these sets. I ended up filming like the last 2 warm-ups and then I think 6 sets for a squat, but I ended up doing 10 sets of triples and then 5 sets of doubles on the stone, and I went to each shoulder. So I even went to the non-dominant shoulder, which you don't necessarily see a lot of people do, but I think it's good to be well-rounded. Like if you had like an injury, say you like fell or got caught in a bad position and sprained your AC joint, you may not be able to take the compression from that weight on that shoulder. So, you should be able to go to the other shoulder, no problem. It might be a little less optimal, but still gets the job done. So that finished off those, and I was pretty pumped to finish that in a pretty efficient time, I would say. And then I moved on to some seated good mornings. So I've been adding these back in. I think they're very good. And especially if I have the SSB set up, like I should just do these after. And just trying to build that upper back strength, mid back strength, kind of the junction between the thoracic and lumbar, getting that brutally strong, build up that deadlift, build stones, sandbag. I mean, I think like having done some videos here and like being asked like what is the most important part of strongman, I would 100% say back strength. Like you need the lats, you need the paraspinals, erectors, QL. You need everything to be strong as well as like stable and able to support your spine, like as you're lifting these loads and getting under big weight on a weekly basis. Ones I'm currently doing right now are the seated good mornings. I've also been adding back in standing good mornings with the SSB, and then the 45-degree back extensions with a snatch grip and a barbell, and then reverse hypers. And I've really tried to stay consistent with reverse hypers. Of course, I'm saying that and I skipped them this week, but I really did hammer a lot of other stuff. And sitting here now recording this voiceover, like my legs are very, very sore from the overspeed eccentrics and then this brutal tempo that I was doing after that for the assistance finisher. So I actually did complete this going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was on another day on week 3, so this is week 4. And just with the overspeed eccentrics, the amount of work I did with the squats and the stone, like I really could not tolerate the lactic acid buildup and the overall fatigue to the muscles. Like, and it wasn't even this so much, but the isometrics that you'll see after each set, like, just killed me. And I was like 2 of those each with the wall set and the split squats was fine. Did 5 sets of this, and I was like, I'm good. But 4 seconds down, 4-second pause, and then 4 seconds up, and it's really tough to stay in that 4-second like ascension concentric, because you're just like, I just want to get up to the top of the rep and finish, but you're still trying to go slow. And then I liked adding this concept in. I can just go right into the wall sit, which makes it terrible and I hate it, but it's better than like getting up and walking over the wall and then getting reset up. Like, just drop right into it and 45 seconds, like, suffer through it, get it done, take a rest, and then we move on to the next set of squats. And these are just great for the knees, like holding these isometrics. Like, I've gotten back into push pressing with this program, and like I have hardly really felt like any patellar tendon issues. I'm sure I'll speak too soon on that, but it really has helped a lot. And my legs are killing me now, but as soon as I recover from the delayed onset muscular soreness, like, I feel really, really good, and I'm ready to get after it again. And then it's just back to these very, very slow squats and just trying to get that time under tension. And rest assured, like, I only filmed 3 of these. Like, I was like, I'm only going to do the set of 5, the set of 4, and the set of 3. And let's just finish up with that and not, let you guys suffer through, like, those last, like, 2 sets where it's barely anything. And I think I'll show, like, one more set of the wall sits and one set of the split squat iso hold. But it's a brutal, like, finisher to do, assistant circuit. This is straight out of what Brian Alsrup puts together in 4 Horsemen, but like, that's why I buy programs like that, like Ran It, and like, I 100% won't be keeping this in here and there, like, probably the rest of, like, my life with training, because it's just a great way to get a lot of work in, and you're not really crushing yourself with heavy weight, because I do that at other times. So just like full range of motion, tempo, like iso holds, getting all the other stuff in that's really beneficial to push your progress forward. And as I mentioned too, like, stay out of pain. Like, I hate having patellar tendonitis. I hate going downstairs with it. It's tough to, like, do jumps and throws. It's tough to do farmer's carries or yoke walk. So you want to be able to avoid that as much as you can. And this is a great way to do that. This is how I've trained athletes, like, rehabilize to avoid that kind of knee soreness. And it's just really something good to have in a program. And, sometimes it'll be something that you overthink or forget. Like, you don't end up getting to it in the program. Like, with this kind of thing, it's built in. Like, do your set of the squats, like your assistant movement, which shouldn't be crazy anyway, and then you go right to your iso holds and get those in as well, and you're getting everything that you need. I've seen people, like, really advocate for the giant sets, coaching strongman, just because the work capacity that you need. Like, it's true. Like, it's such a great advantage and a great way to train, and it also just allows you to get all the work that you want to get done in, instead of you're sitting there, like, months later, like, I remember, like, I was supposed to do that, and I just kind of let those fall the wayside and never got back to them. I probably should have continued to do them, but whatever. So we'll finish off with this wall sit here, and just trying to kind of suffer through the last little bit. Legs were burning a lot here, and I was not having it, but that's the point you need to get to, and make sure you can finish off strong. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Pretty tough leg workout, but I think one that involves a lot of good movements as well as some specificity for strongman if you're prepping for a comp or just want to build your base. But until next time, keep lifting those heavy weights and hold strong.